Hi, I'm Chris,
And I'm Dave.
and we are part of Horror Happy Hour.
Yes, we are now only a small section of Horror Happy Hour.
Yes, so you should go check out the Facebook Horror Happy Hour fan page, because our other very awesome reviewers are on there as well, because we have no idea how to link up the YouTube things.
Because we don't have a site up yet, but we will have a site up soon.
Soon.
It will be
Coming
up.
soon. So today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite movies.
I'm
Red Velvet.
going to refer to this section as the Crystal's favorite section.
Crystal's favorite section. I'm so important, I get my own section.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we're going to be reviewing Red Velvet.
This will be the section where we discuss some of Crystal's favorites.
Hence, Crystal's favorites. Say my name one more time. Say it again.
She's like Beetlejuice.
Anyway, so we're going to be reviewing Red Velvet, put out by Freemax,
Freemax Studios.
which makes me love it even more.
Because she loves Max. And it's directed by Bruce Dixon, who this is his directorial debut.
Yep.
And a fantastic directorial debut.
Yes.
Written
by Anthony Burns, who also wrote and directed Skateland. This is unlike Skateland.
This
completely.
is nothing. Yeah, no, of course, no. Yeah. If we're reviewing it, it's nothing like
Yeah,
Skateland.
no. But Skateland was a good movie. Throw that in there.
Just gonna
So it's
blurb Skateland.
just a blurb for Skateland. So, you want to tell them about the actors?
Starring Henry Thomas,
It was awesome.
who is a great actor. He lifts this whole movie. His performance lifts this whole movie. Did I use the right word? Lifts?
I don't know. And Kelly Gardner,
Kelly Garner?
who was just smoking hot, so
Yeah. Not as good as Henry Thomas,
no, well,
but he's Henry Thomas.
but she
I
was
mean,
she was good. I loved all of the acting in this movie.
Henry Thomas is great.
Okay, let me just stop there and say that I am not gay for Henry Thomas.
So, essentially, this movie is about a girl who gets into a fight with her boyfriend and is now all upset that she can't go to a party for her friend's birthday. And one of her other neighbors, who happens to be a sarcastic asshole, who
Played by Henry Thomas.
God damn it.
decides that she's going to have this weird conversation with him, and he starts making up stories about the party. Which he then inevitably takes her to.
I feel like it was... She couldn't go to the party, so he starts telling her a story in the laundromat.
Yeah.
And keeps adding in elements, not only from, like, her life, but also, like, you know, fictional elements. So factual and fictional elements into the story about a birthday party where this killer in a white jumpsuit is systematically killing them off one by one. He also
all
has,
her friends.
He also has, like, rabbit ears and...
And like a camera kind of looking face.
you know those, like...
I'll
and
put a
you see
picture
the
in here
pictures.
somewhere so you can see.
What are those? I don't even know what they're called anymore. Oh, that feels bad. That was such a big toy. I thought, isn't that what they used? Like those little. You click the thing down and it's a picture of Winnie the Pooh,
I don't
and then
know
you click it down and it's Paris, and then
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, but I don't know what they were.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You grew
You
up.
know.
In it. Yeah,
You
you
know.
put the little paper wheels on the side
Little
and shit.
Film
The little
spots.
pictures on it, and then you flick it. You know what I'm talking about. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, you know what I'm talking about.
There's got to be a name for them. That should be a contest all to itself. You could name what that thing is. We'll give you something.
Don't do that.
Like a bookmark.
Give you this picture of me doing this.
So, I love this movie. I
Excellent.
couldn't find a fault in it anywhere, and I know people are going to disagree with me, but you know, Dave's probably going to tell you he thought it was like paint-by-number slasher. Did you feel that way?
No, I didn't feel like it was a paint-by-number slasher. Don't throw my opinion out there. Not know what my opinion is. Cold Prey was a paint-by-number slasher. This, the lighting, and you're going to hear about the lighting from everybody, and they're all going to compare it to Dario Argento, and rightfully so.
Because it was amazing.
But not only the lighting.
Lighting.
The lighting.
That's where you were at.
Not only the lighting, but also the settings.
Oh, the settings are like beyond fantastic. The apartment complex where they actually lived in, him and this girl, looked like a red velvet cake. Like,
Yes.
if you really look at how
Yes.
everything is set up in the color scheme, it was a red velvet cake.
It was.
And I was like, such a small little detail that was thrown in there that just, once again, we just went to go show you the set ideas.
It went to go show you how much time and how much work and how much love went into this movie.
Yes.
Because this is a top-notch slasher.
Yeah.
Make no mistake. This one, if you're a slasher fan, it belongs in your collection.
Yeah, belongs in your collection, meaning go to Amazon and buy it.
It's an Amazon exclusive.
Yes.
It's exclusively sold at Amazon.
But they have a couple runnings of it on, like, FearNet and certain things like that.
Yes.
Chiller, I think, was the last one.
I have no clue.
But,
I'm going to agree with you.
go and buy this. It really does belong in your collection.
$15.
And it was
Amazon.
awesome.
It was
I
fantastic.
rep this movie to everyone.
Seriously, okay, I'll put it to you this way. Did you like Behind the Mask? I love Behind the Mask. If you like Behind the Mask, you have to own Red Velvet.
Yeah, it was
There's a law. I think there's a law somewhere in like Connecticut or something where it's like if you own Behind the Mask, you have to own Red Velvet. I wouldn't lie to you about these things. People in Connecticut, you have to buy it.
But everything about it was really awesome. The killer was cool. Him telling the story, Henry telling the actual story to this girl was awesome. Like the story
That is
was the whole movie.
That is the whole movie. Is him telling the story to the girl and the deaths in it.
Yeah, were really interesting.
Yeah, well, really, you're not going to find them anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like deaths, like where a guy pulls like an alligator down on top of himself in a pit, or like where one dude gets sawn in half with like one of those giant like Looney Tunes like saws that you really only see lumberjacks in Looney Tunes cartoons using.
Yeah.
Maybe they use them in real life. I have no idea.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool, like, you won't be disappointed in this movie.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I seriously wasn't. I watch this movie all the time.
Creative deaths, great lines, phenomenal performance by Henry Thomas. Like he was just heads and shoulders, like just, I don't know. This might have been one of his best performances. Anyway, maybe not. What do I know?
Dave likes Harry Thomas.
Henry.
They corrected me.
See? Anyhow.
I don't know, like, I didn't find anything wrong with this movie. I really honestly didn't. I would actually give it a 10, which is like, you know, I loved it. I absolutely love this movie.
This is why it's referred to
Yeah.
as one of Crystal's favorites.
Yeah. It's made my top 5 list. It's made every list
Yeah, she loves this
that
movie.
Dave likes to create these lists. It's always on there for me.
Yeah, no, I do like creating lists. I love creating lists. I'm a list guy.
So, you should go to Amazon and you should buy this movie. It was fantastic. And even for the director, as this being like his first
Oh, for a
complete
directorial
project,
debut? Oh my god.
yeah, it was really, really fantastic.
That's like stepping up to the plate for the first time and just knocking it out of the... Oh, wow, that's kind of like a really...
That
like
is
a
kind of
cliche.
what
Very cliche.
But he
But
did.
I hate to use a cliche line and you know, reference baseball like I do in every part of my life, even though I don't watch baseball. Anyway, knocked it out of the park. First time at the plate. First pitch.
This was
Over the
excellent.
fence. Fantastic.
The acting was good, like on everybody's part. Obviously, Henry Thomas stole the show. But
Yeah, he really did steal the show. But the settings was great, the lighting was great, the characters, the lines, the deaths. The ending was a little bit, you could kind of see it coming.
yeah,
Kind of see it coming, but it didn't take away from it.
no.
The fact that you could see it coming only added to it.
Yeah, you knew it was going somewhere.
Yeah.
You knew it was going to go in that direction.
It
but-
almost helped you become part of, like, rooting for the good guy to, like, rooting for, like, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because you saw it coming and you knew, okay. Anyhow.
But even though it's like, you had a hard time really pegging the bad guy as the bad guy because of how the
Yeah.
other person was being.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
So the other person was such a dorcas and shit like that you couldn't...
Yeah. And
You're
then-
gonna love this movie.
Yeah, you really are. You really need to just cough up to $15 and go to Amazon and buy it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it a rating because this is a Crystal's favorite and whatnot.
Well, I give it a 10.
So because we're gonna let Crystal give like the only score on this. So
Yeah.
she's gonna say 10 out of 10 because every one of Crystal's favorites when we do this like whole thing is
No.
guaranteed.
No, they're not all going to be 10s.
Oh, really?
10s. I have reasons for things being my favorite that even if the movie I wouldn't give like a high rating to. It's just something about seeing the movie over and over. But this really was a 10 out of 10, and I don't know why this bastard won't give you a rating for it, but apparently he's not going to.
I would say an 8 out of 10. If I had to say anything, I'm peaking towards 9. The only thing that took away from it getting like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 was A, I could see the ending coming from a mile offshore. And B, I could see the acting at times was spotty. Like, sometimes it was great and whatnot, but sometimes I feel like it was kind of like almost like detracting from the movie.
Oh, see, I didn't...
But that's just me.
Yeah.
That's why, you know,
That's why there's two.
yeah, that's why. Well, goodness.
I really, like I said, I found absolutely nothing wrong with this movie. Now, you're probably going to watch it and you might disagree with me, but at least fucking watch this damn movie. It was like such a
Yeah.
good slasher.
I don't think you're gonna pick this up on Netflix. Oh, is it on Netflix?
It's been on like the save list probably forever. I'm not.
I don't know if I don't
I
think,
think
it's on Netflix.
it's.
This is
I think it
strictly
might
like
have been
Amazon.
streaming.
$15 on
Yeah,
Amazon.
it's worth it. It
Yeah.
really is.
You're not gonna go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Because if you go and you watch it for free somewhere, who the matter is, you're gonna wind up saying, "This is an awesome movie, and I should have really bought this." The cover was fucking sick.
Yeah, the cover is fantastic.
Naked
Cover is
Mikey
great.
girl covered with a red blanket.
Cover
That
with
makes me
holding a
happy.
hammer.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that makes me happy.
Really does.
I don't know. I like. It was one of the very few purchases where I've gotten so much use out of it. I've watched this movie like 10 times at this point.
I don't know why I always felt like it was reminiscent of Marilyn Monroe's like Playboy shoot.
Kinda, I guess I could see that. So we're gonna stop rambling now, and neuter and spay your weird serial killers in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for watching my first favorite pick episode. Adios.
This review is brought to you by The Towel of Death.